Alrighty, what's up guys? Back here on the old MX versus ATV Reflex. Almost said MX bikes there, but we are not on MX bikes today. Yeah, I tried to record some MX bikes, but just not feeling it today, so we're just hopping on Reflex, and we're just gonna play. We're not gonna be like, we're gonna talk about some things here and there. I might say something important or something occasionally, but for the most part, I'm just hopping on here and playing the old MX versus ATV Reflex. Still the best moto game in 2024, hands down. Uh, yeah, MX Bikes, incredible game, but yeah, Reflex is still the undisputed, just hands down best moto game ever. Even in 2024, it's old as shit, but it's still the gnarliest moto game on JT Compound. And yeah, like I said, we're just gonna be playing, having some fun, riding around. You guys have been super cool and super supportive on the videos and whatnot lately. A bunch of likes, a bunch of comments, and just like tips, tricks, and things on like, dude, even this game, like, people are giving me tips and whatnot on a game I've played for years and years and years. I'm not saying like don't. I'm saying that like awesome, thank you. I know that the content has not been rolling out this past week the way that even, at least I wanted it to this past week. I got sick again. I came down with a flu because screw me and my health and everything about it. But yeah, like I said, we're just gonna be here playing on the old MX Reflex. Talk about some moto here and there, because you know we're in the middle of all that. We have a weekend off though, so that's why yeah, there's just like not much moto to talk about this week. Mainly just here to have some fun on the video games. Get a video out to y'all this week. Should have a few coming out this week. Like I said, I was trying to record old MX bikes today, but yeah, it just wasn't happening. Was not happening at all. Cross-threaded there, that's always beautiful. Cross-threaded there, that's even more beautiful. Maybe it's just the game. Maybe today's just not the day to be motoing. I was gonna go ride in real life today, but then freaking track I was planning on riding was closed. So yeah, maybe like I said, maybe today is just maybe today just wasn't the day for moto. Maybe I should be playing some Call of Duty. Yeah, I do play Call of Duty, I just don't ever post that shit, because you. But we ain't here to talk about Call of Duty, we're here to talk about dirt bikes and racing. Yeah, also, like I said, thank you guys for the support on the videos and stuff recently. It's been really nice. Comments, likes, things like that. What the hell? Y'all guys have just been liking and commenting and subscribing. Pretty, like, a lot here recently. And yeah, I just definitely, like, yeah, I want to thank y'all for that. It's making it, like, it's definitely making it easier for me to get content out and want to get content out to y'all, but also, like, it's making me want to produce better content, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I try not to produce, like, crap in the first place, but, like, especially with y'all coming in like y'all do and supporting and like just like being active on my page and whatnot. It makes me want to put out better content, and so that's like, yeah, that's what I mean by like earlier. I was trying to make a MX bikes video, and it just like, God, it wasn't happening. Like, I was riding like crap, was not feeling it. Just was not overall a good video, and yeah, I want to make some good content for you guys. Y'all give me some good support, so it's only fair if I give y'all good content for y'all to support and continue to support. And again, thank y'all for that. Off the track. And then also, like I said, sometimes good content is just like doing something that you enjoy, which, again, I enjoy riding on it. I enjoy Reflex still. I get it, it's an old game and whatnot, but especially since, like, I've been able to mod a bunch of stuff into it, it makes it not a new game to me, but it makes it a game that still has things that excite me about it. And we're about to blow this entire section with smithereens. But yeah, it's still being able to do the stuff that I have been doing to it. It's made me, like, definitely still want to play and still happy to play it, and not like have to force myself to play this. Again, I was honestly forcing myself to play MX bikes earlier, like trying to get the video out, and then I finally was just like, yeah, that's not a video that I don't watch. So yeah, just hopped over here and yeah, just decided to have fun. Just straight up just have fun. Don't like. Again, I was trying so hard to look at that whipperdoodle, and we wadded it. You don't have to press start. This is not MX bikes. Yeah, I was just having to force it over there, and I was like, you know what? I want to play, but I don't want to have to force it, so just came over here, hopped over on the old MX versus ATV Reflex, and started her up. I fired up JT Compound, one of the gnarliest tracks on this game. Like, it's definitely, like, I know that it has its own, it looks like a DLC, but it's not actually a DLC. Like, JT had to do a lot of things to get the game in, or this track in the game the way it is, like, on a DLC. I know that, like all the other tracks are beta slots and whatnot. If you're on a console, you probably don't know what that means and whatnot, but like, there's just like, you can't just like get on the PC and like start adding tracks to the game. You have to mod the game first, and then you can start adding the mods to it. And yeah, that's just like, you have to mod the game first, and then you can start adding the mods to it, the beta slots and things like that. A lot of the bikes and stuff, like if you wanted to just mod a dirt bike into the game, like this here, like the Chase Sexton Honda that I ride all the time. Also, shout out to the guy who made it. He's been in my comments every now and then in my videos. I think he subscribed to me. Shout out to him. Big Honda guy. But yeah, you can't just like hop in the game and start modding it. You can, but there's just some steps you have to do before you get like certain tracks into the game. Now, that being said, if you came across this one, if you came across JT Compound, you could just put it directly into the game without having to have any of the beta slots. But like a lot of the Supercross tracks and stuff that I ride, you can't just put those in the game without having the beta slots. And so you have to like put those into the game first, and then you can get all that stuff in. Like the 7 gear that I run, like some of the things like that, you definitely can just like have in the game without having to do the beta slots. But if you wanted to Ooh. If you wanted to play, if you wanted to play a bunch of the tracks and whatnot that they have on the DS19 store or DS19 mod page and whatnot, yeah, get you'd have to install the beta slots. But that being said, it makes this game a completely new game for me, and yeah, I enjoy playing it. Like that's just hands down. Like literally, like literally hit the gritty. But literally part of the reason that I got a PC was to play Reflex again. Um, I got it for I got it because I wanted to switch from console to PC gaming, but there were definitely some things like modded Reflex and MX bikes. Like, I haven't really played it, but maybe one day someone will be able to talk me into downloading and playing MX Sims. Um, highly doubt it, but maybe. Like I've said it a few times that I don't ever see myself downloading and playing MX Sim because of the fact that I already played this game and MX bikes, and going back and forth between the two is already hard enough for my little squirrel brain. So going back and forth between 3 games would probably be even harder for my little squirrel brain. But yeah, that's why I literally just play, like, again, I love Reflex. Hands down my favorite, like, moto game. Even, again, even over MX bikes, like, the appeal to MX bikes for me is that it's actually challenging, and, like, that's one of the harder things, like, to make content on, like, about making content on it, is because I want to learn the game, and it's way easier to learn a game when you're not, like, having to talk about it and, like, having to have a stream of consciousness that is separate from the game and what you're doing and, like, what you're trying to accomplish and, like, improve on. So when you don't have to worry about all that, it's way easier to just kind of, like I said, mindlessly run. Like, I can just mindlessly run this game. Like, I don't have to think about this or that. I don't have to worry about, like, oh, I need to do this or I need to do that or something like that. Like, it literally just happens. Like, it just comes to me naturally on this game, where, like, MX bikes, I really have to think about a lot of the stuff I'm doing. I really have to put in some effort into, like, doing the right things and right stuff on that game, where, like, this one, like that, like, something gets out of hand and I'm just like, oh well, whatever, got a little out of hand, we'll get her back. Move your shit out of the way, bruh. We'll get it pulled back together in due time. But yeah, like, on MX bikes, it is not like that. So yeah, that's why we're here on MX versus ATV Reflex today. Because, yeah, I wanted to play, but I didn't want to have to force a video for y'all, so yeah, I'll just ruffle some feathers by titling this one like MX versus ATV Reflex is still the best game ever, or something like that. Just ruffle some feathers real fast about posting that. Because, yeah, it's more of a topicless video today. Just chit-chatting, rambling with y'all. Again, a video just for y'all because y'all have been supporting me a lot lately. And so I don't want to release bad content to y'all. I feel like, I don't feel like I guess I know that, this game is just, again, it's one of my, like, just classic childhood memories, so, like, even if I'm having a bad day, I can just fire up this one and be like, I'll just run through these guys. I know that I've, like, mentioned it before, that, like, I think, or I hope, or I don't know if there's, like, still online races and stuff and whatnot, and, like, I've tried to hop online on this game before, and there's definitely other people online. Like, I've definitely found other people online. There wasn't enough people online to get the actual, like, race or whatnot started, but I definitely was riding the loading track with some different people, so yeah. Uh, there's still a community that plays online or plays this game, even though it's like really old. Why? Because the game's still good. Way better. Oh god. Stop pressing start. The game is way, way better than Alive and Legends. And dude, I've been watching like some Legends gameplay here and there recently. That game looks like trash, yo. That, like, oh my god, it's such a sad, like, it's so sad to see the steps back that this game took. Not this game, but, like, the MX versus franchise took. Because, again, this game was so good. I wish that, like, they could have kept building on this game. Like, hell, even, dude, for real, even, like, even Supercross and Encore were better than Legends. Like, at least there was, like, some terrain deformation and stuff like that. But, Legends is not a good game. Like, it does not look good at all. Like, you cannot throw whips that nasty in Legends. There's absolutely... You cannot convince me that any whip or anything you throw in Legends looks half as good as that just did. Like, there's nothing you could do. There's literally nothing you could do to convince me of it. You could get the president himself to fucking sign off on it, and I'd be like, both of y'all are tripping, which, you know. Tripping upstairs, tripping on bicycles. Both be tripping. But yeah, yeah, this game is just still like such a wonderful game. And every time I play it, it like reminds me. I know that I talk about it pretty much every time I play the game about how wonderful it is, but like, dude, every time I play the game, it just like it actually just like reminds me of how good it is. Like, this game was so ahead of its time. Like, I guarantee if this game came out tomorrow, people would lose their mind and they would never touch Legends or anything again. Like, I 100% can guarantee that. Like, if this game came out tomorrow, oh my god, you'd have the entire community of motocrossers in an absolute uproar. You'd have people leaving MX bikes. I guarantee it. You release this game tomorrow, you'd have people leaving it for leaving MX bikes for Reflex. I guarantee you. Because it's that good. It's literally that good. And especially like if you made it as moddable as MX bikes is. If you made it as moddable as that game is, it'd be so gnarly. You'd have the entire community in up here. 100%. Especially because, like, dude, just to think about, like, dude, like, this track is a gnarly track. JT Compound, this track is gnarly. If you could allow people to release a bunch of tracks like this, the way that, like, MX Bikes does, where you can just, like, put the bikes in the game and they're officially there. If that stuff was that easily accessible and, like, this game was that moddable, you would literally have Baboso actually paying attention to the game they're making. I literally just have, I wittily hit the quitting. I literally just have so much fun playing this game. And, again, I mean, for me, I get it because, like, for me, it's what I grew up on, so of course I'm gonna have a lot of fun on it. But at the same time, like, if this was a new game, that a ton of people had access to, just the way that they have access, like a lot, like the way that they have access to MX bikes and MX Sim. I know that, like, again, I know that they're like this game's on Steam, so it's not like it isn't accessible. But if it was as modded accessibly and a new game, it'd be an absolute, like, it would be one of the best games, like, out there. And I know that, like, I know I've been seeing that Track Day R or whatever, Race Day R or Track Day R or whatever. I don't know what's going on with the development of that one. Like, I saw a bunch of videos on it, and, like, I didn't. Like, I stopped seeing them. I don't know. I don't know how that, like, how that game's going to, like, I haven't been hearing about it, basically, is what I'm saying. So, like, I think it was, like, a cool, like, again, maybe someone down in the comments has, like, been playing it and can correct me and tell me that it's, like, the best game since this one. That being said, I really, like, this game was ahead of its time, and it makes me sad. It also makes me sad when people, like, dude, people, like, actually go to a Reflex video and watch it and then try to defend Alive or Supercross or Legends or something, and I'm like, dude, are you even watching the same thing I'm watching or playing the same thing I'm playing? Like, what are you talking about? How can you literally with a straight face say that Legends is better than this? How can you with a straight face say that Alive is better than this? Like, how? You can't. Like, I get that you are saying it with a straight face, but at the same time, I think you must be inebriated. Like, you gotta be some kind of inebriated to be able to say it with a straight face. Because this game is just, it's perfect almost. Like, literally, it's almost perfect. Because it's just, it's the perfect, like, mixture of sim and arcade. Because you can, like, you get the bike adjustment, you get the body rider adjustment, you get, like, all of that stuff. But at the same time, like, you can just hop on it and start playing it because, like, it is an easier game. Like, it isn't a simulator, it's an arcade style game. So it's literally the perfect moto game in my opinion. Like, the perfect balance between, I mean, like, dude, Alive literally could never. Alive could never. Legends could never. There's absolutely no way you can throw a whip that is nearly as good as either, like, anything you can do on this game. Your worst whip on this game is, like, would put anything Alive or Legends related in just absolute shambles. Because, like, that's what's crazy about, like, I know the physics aren't perfect in this game. Like, the cross-rutting and whatnot. Like, that's not exactly what happens when you cross-rut. But as far as, like, the way the bike and rider and everything interact together, like, it's so, like, real life. Like, it's crazy how real life the in-air physics are. Like, you can actually throw whips like that in real life, where, like, I don't know, the weird, like, I can't even do the whips in this game the way they are in, like, Legends, but the way that, like, you literally come off the face of the jump in, like, Legends or something, and instead of the bike actually throwing a whip, it just, like, goes flat. Like, it literally just, like, goes flat, and then, like, does, like, your your guy does this weird like lean off the side of it where like you do not like you don't do that in real life. The whip physics and whatnot, like they suck in those games. Where in this one, like it, oh my lord, brother, how's your head feeling? What a wheel tap. What a wheel tap. Like in that, like whenever you like if you wheel tap a jump in real life, like, and this is something that even like this is something I'm talking about MX bikes, like that MX bikes gets wrong. If you wheel tap a jump in real life, like if you were actively like, okay, I'm gonna wheel tap this jump, I'm going to pull my front end up, I'm going to tap it. Oops. I'm going to. I tried to like start. I tried to talk with my hands there. Um, I'm gonna tap it. If you like, even in MX bikes, if you pull your front end way up and get a tap, like it kicks you over the front end, and like that's not how like that. Like if you're leaning back and your bike is more pointed up than forward, and you're giving it the gas, like giving it gas properly, the wheel tap isn't going to buck you forward. It's actually going to pop you up over the jump. So like that's what I'm like. This game is just so ahead of its time. Like I wish whoever made these physics hadn't had done what they did. Like I wish the coding hadn't have gotten destroyed. I wish that like whoever the third party was, like I know that like I know somewhere one of the third party computers, wherever the code and everything came from on this game, like I know for a fact that it is somewhere still on those computers. Somebody's just got to get in there and make it. And again, I just wish that you could do that in these new MX games. Like I know in MX bikes and stuff like that you can, but like the holy 5-minute lead, holy, we're on lap 10. Okay, whoops. But yeah, this game was just so far ahead of its time. Oh, it's such a good game. Um, but yeah, thank you guys for coming and watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.